Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Same Spirit Gaming. My name's Matt.
And I'm Jordan.
And we've still got Sonic 3 here. I'm still a little bit sick.
Yes. And I'm sorry about that.
I blame my coworkers.
The Louvre got robbed. Did you hear that?
Oh, yeah.
That is crazy. Broad daylight.
Yeah, I noticed somebody comment on that and found it kind of funny because they were like, basically saying how, yeah, it happened at 9:30 a.m. or something, you know. Not in the dead of night, but at the very reasonable hour of 9:30 a.m. Which means even French thieves have a better work-life balance than most of us in the U.S.
That's pretty funny. Yeah. I don't know how that happens. That is crazy. The other thing that I don't understand is, like, what do those thieves do with that stuff? I mean, like, you can't go out there and say, hey, looking for a buyer for this stolen crown or something.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. What do you even do after that? Everybody knows it's stolen. How do you even get in contact with somebody? I don't know. Yeah, that's the other thing I don't get. Unless they had a buyer beforehand, like some kind of private collector who was like, "Hey, I need a team. Ocean's 11." No, okay. I don't know. Who would steal from the Louvre? Why would you try to do that? It's crazy. They did it, but I mean, it's a crazy thought. I'm just baffled by the whole thing. But I guess kudos. It's wrong, but kudos. Another lesson from that is people trust people in uniforms. Like, I guess they were in just like construction uniforms with power tools, and they brought a big crane, and so everyone just kind of was like, oh, okay, the museum's getting work done, okay.
Nope. Yeah, I've seen some videos where people, kind of as a joke, not actually committing crimes or anything like that, but as a joke, people will, like, I don't know, show up to a movie set in uniform, or, you know, do whatever other thing like that in uniform, kind of just to see if they can get away with it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess people are just generally trusting, and yeah. I've been watching these, like...
Darn it, the bumper there, for the spring.
Like, in my free time, this is like a guilty pleasure of mine, and I don't know if anyone else has this, but I've been watching these, like, police body cams. Some of them are like a little scary, but some of them are very entertaining, and my favorite ones... Did I tell you this already? I feel like I've been telling you something. Well, anyway, my favorite ones are the ones that, like, there's guys who will pretend to be police officers or like U.S. Marshals, or like, it's exactly what we're saying. Like, they're in uniform. Their badges look totally fake. Like, the emblems aren't even matched. But people just believe it, and then finally the cops get called, and I don't know, there's something just satisfying about watching these people who have been like abusing power they don't have try to explain themselves to the police. Like, some of them try to keep the lie going, like, no, I really am a U.S. Marshal. And they're like, no, you're not. We can see that this is all wrong. No, I'm just part of a special division, you know? They try to keep it up. But yeah, they all end up going to jail, so don't try that. And you'll get caught. But the videos are very funny. I mean, the high-speed chases are very entertaining too, but yeah, both of them are like very fun to watch. There was one where a guy stole an ambulance right in front of a police officer and started off like this high-speed chase while he's driving in an ambulance like off-road and stuff. It was crazy. Like, some of those videos are just wild. I don't even need TV shows. Real life is just so crazy.
This sure is a lot like the one boss battle from an earlier Sonic game.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Except I'm having a much harder time with this. Doggone it. I should have saved. I will do that now. I have plenty of lives.
Yeah.
So I was thinking more about the rings when I said I should have saved. I can't even do anything to it until it lets go of the snowballs or whatever you want to call those.
Yeah, this is definitely close to the other one I did. I think you're thinking of, with the mines or whatever.
Or like the one where Eggman just kind of made mini copies of himself and the thing that he was steering.
Oh, yeah. That's right, yeah.
Except those would eventually, you know, go away. Like the things floating around him, once they turned into copies of him, and you popped them, they were gone. Ooh, hey. Whoa!
Nice.
Of course, I guess I should have... I don't know, would I have been able to save those for the start of the next act? Maybe? So I'm not sure why the spikes on the icy spike dudes disappear with this shield, but I'm not gonna argue with it.
I guess I could get into the passage of the day.
So like, look,
Might be a good thing.
poof.
Oh, I lost it. Hold on a second. Let me... Oh, I got it. Okay, I got it. Okay, this is, sorry, I just had multiple tabs open. I lost the one I was going to use. So this is 1 Corinthians chapter 4. Last time I did 2 Corinthians chapter 4. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 4, 3 through 5. It says, I care very little if I am judged by you or by any human court. Indeed, I do not even judge myself. My conscience is clear, but that does not make me innocent. It is the Lord who judges me. Therefore, judge nothing before the appointed time. Wait until the Lord comes. He will bring to light what is hidden in darkness and will expose the motives of the heart. At that time, each will receive their praise from God. I just thought this was really interesting when I read it because, like, he's basically saying, you know, for one thing, like, we don't judge each other, and I don't even judge myself, because all of the judging is going to come from God. So, like, we don't need to worry about that. And another really interesting thing is he's saying, my conscience is clear, but that does not make me innocent. So he's like, I don't even feel guilty about, like, all this stuff. Like, I might have done really bad things, but I don't feel guilty about it because I'm not even judging myself. God really knows how all of that's gonna work out. That doesn't make me I'm innocent, but I'm not worried about it. Very, very interesting concept that I don't hear a lot of people talk about. And yeah, he throws in a little bit of, like, you know, also don't judge other people because the judgment's up to God. But that first part is like, I don't care if you judge me. I don't even judge myself. My conscience is clear. But I'm not innocent. So, yeah. Totally cool kind of thought there. I mean, like, obviously, like, people do evil things, and that doesn't mean you should have a clear conscience all of the time, but, like, in the long run, if you're repentant and you're truly trying to live a Christian life, then don't let your sin weigh you down or stop you from doing good. I think that's more of kind of what he's going for. Because a lot of people that I've talked to, they do feel guilty, and it is weighing them down and preventing them from kind of moving on and doing good. But according to this, we are called not to do that. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, no, I could see it being a common thought, at least, that he could have been saying that in reference to his imprisonment, which really wasn't for the things that he did that were actually wrong. It was just because he was preaching the gospel and whatnot.
Yeah.
But
yeah, he says that does not make me innocent. So it's like, he also, I mean, he must be talking about sin or something, because
well, yeah, definitely could be in reference to, you know, his persecution of Christians from earlier in his life.
Yes. Yeah, that's true. That's crazy. Like, he did so many things and persecuted Christians and did evil things, yet he's saying my conscience is clear. That is really interesting.
I imagine the main reason why his conscience is clear is because he's a totally different person. To use some other wording, possibly of his, we could say that he is a new creation.
Yep. Yeah, that's true.
And I think, you know, in that same kind of way, whether, I mean, yes, definitely when we first accept Christ, we are considered new. But, like, we're still flawed even after that, so I think, you know, the line of thinking about having a clear conscience and not feeling guilty over past sin and stuff could also just generally still apply in reference to whenever we are just fully and legitimately repentant.
Yeah, exactly.
Because then we're basically, well, then that's when Scripture says God moves our sin as far as the east is from the west, and other such things. So if it's gone like that, why should we still be feeling guilty over it?
Yeah. Yeah, I know I've met people who maybe dwell on it too much, and I just feel like, and maybe this logic is somewhat flawed, but I always, like, I've had people open up to me about, like, sin they've committed, and it's like, I talk with them, and it's like, you know, you are being repentant, you're trying to do better, we're all gonna fail again, you might fail again for the same thing, and you have to understand, like, I am a flawed human, and I can see that you're doing that. I can see you're a good person. I can, you know, I'm not gonna see you by your sin. And since I'm just a human, just imagine how loving and merciful God is. How much more merciful and loving God is. So if I can kind of see past that, you know, just imagine how God can see us. Don't worry. Don't worry. Of course, I'm not. I should clarify, because I will not put up with sin. I will not enable the sin. I will tell you, this is wrong. You should not do this. And in some cases, you should feel bad. But if you're repentant and truly trying to get better and, you know, live past the sin and get over it and repent, that's a different situation. You know, if you're trying to enable it and justify the sin and normalize it or like anything like that, no, I'm against that. And I'm not afraid to say so. So it's like, yeah, I'm not trying to say, like, I feel like we should have a very firm attitude about sin, but also not judge and allow people grace, the grace that God would give them, and that kind of thing. Both. I shouldn't say but, because but usually it's like negates the first half. It's in addition.
Oh, jeez, now what?
Yeah, what are you supposed to
You go
do?
that way. Ah. Okay, now I can go down here.
I think also there's a little bit confusion when it comes to like judging versus saying sin is wrong. Like pointing out to your brother your behavior is sinful. Like I'm not judging you. I'm like trying to help you. And
Yeah.
that's not the same thing as like God's judgment. Like I think judgment is like I think less of you as a person and like I'm gonna treat you differently and it's
Or
an
like, I
attitude.
think you deserve X punishment because
Yeah.
that's part of what a judge does. Is they proclaim a sentence.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, there's a lot of people who are like, if you say certain behavior is sinful, oh, you're judging me, you can't do that. No, that's not how it works. You could justify anything if that was the case. Whoa! That's super fast.
Yeah, all that just to send me over here, rather than give me the simple jump to the right.
It feels like you're going in circles, but I know I'm not getting the full picture.
Well, I definitely was going in circles for a little bit there before it launched me into the wall. But that's not what you were talking about.
Yeah, it feels like you haven't like made progress, but I know you have. There's a checkpoint, see? We know.
One that I can't get to, but I did get this checkpoint. And for that, I will save. Yeah. There we go. Had to go that little bit further to the right.
Have you been watching anything recently besides TikTok? Or maybe something interesting on TikTok?
Nothing real specific, I'd say.
That was close.
Doggone it. I jumped when I shouldn't have. Seems like for the most part he just kind of alternates.
Yeah. Not too shabby. Are you controlling it?
Nope.
Okay. That's it.
Might not be the easiest to tell, but maybe now it's a little more obvious. This is all a giant rocket that we're moving along here. Oh. And this means we are very near the end. Ow. I wasn't ready. I guess I should save, huh?
Yeah. That's a good idea.
What the... What hit me there?
it was. That didn't make any sense.
Like, I get that the little floaty orb thing does some damage, but I didn't think I was anywhere near that.
No, I didn't see you hit it.
Oh, phooey.
Oh, dang.
So, as of recording this, at least, tomorrow I will be volunteering at my church's fall festival.
Oh, nice. What's the fall festival like?
Just a fun time for people connected with the church and or the community. A bunch of stuff, probably mostly geared towards the kids, but things like face painting, pumpkin painting,
Nice.
there's inflatables. I think there might be a rock wall involved.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Ugh. Doggone it, I should have saved at the start of that part, too. Oh, what? It's sending me back here anyway. Okay, well,
Time to load.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and then, you know, there's also going to be food, if I didn't mention that, at the fall festival.
That sounds good. They don't have, like, pumpkin flavored stuff in Brazil, and my wife is obsessed with it here. She's like, wants to devour pumpkin pie.
Maybe she's like, I lived so much of my life without it.
Yeah. True. I guess maybe pumpkins don't really live in that climate. Never thought about it.
Okay, saving.
Grab you! Giant robot arms! Wow, it took him this long to develop a spiky top. Sonic always jumps on his head. 3 games! And yet you still hurt him.
Literally got to do like the shortest of jumps for this part. Like generally if you hold A, you know, you'll jump higher and a bit farther. But to get a lot of these hits in, you gotta just like ever so slightly tap the jump button. Is a surprisingly slow-looking fall.
Yeah, really. I guess because you're kind of falling too.
But I mean, like, even Sonic's fall here.
Oh, yeah. He has time to do a pose.
Punch the air.
What happened? How did he survive the fall? It's a cliffhanger.
Okay. Well.
And that is the classic Sonic games completed.
Well. We haven't done Sonic and Knuckles.
Oh, true. Oh, yes. The expansion. The first DLC.
So perhaps that is what we shall do. And then I'd probably call it a wrap on the classic Sonic games.
Unless you wanted to do Sonic CD or like something else like that. Sonic 3D Blast.
I did play Sonic 3D Blast back in the 90s.
Oh, right. Yeah, it's been a while for me. I don't remember how that game was.
I think that was the game where, like, just one time I asked if I could, like, keep my Sega Genesis on, or it wasn't really mine per se, I didn't buy it, but my family's, if I could keep the Sega Genesis on overnight, just with the TV off, so then I could come back to it the next day.
I can't remember which game I did that. I've definitely done that before. I don't know what game though. But my family was like strict on time limits, so it was like,
Yeah.
I think it must have been like a Chrono Trigger fight or something, and it's like some of those fights take a while, and then but my mom was like, nope, you have to stop playing right now. And then I was like, okay, I guess I'll just turn off the TV. No one will know it's on, and then I'll play tomorrow. Yeah, funny. Now kids never have to do that. Everything is online.
And potentially has save abilities.
Yeah.
Like
Try
this
again.
version.
Knuckles and Robotnik standing next to each other, saying try again.
Alright. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed.
Yeah.
Subscribe so you don't miss Sonic and Knuckles and whatever else we have coming at you. Probably Kingdom Hearts for a while.
Yes. And Marvel Rivals, if that hasn't come out yet.
And if it has, we hope you enjoyed that too.
Yeah.
Let us know if you have any guests in mind for us.
Yeah.
They just got to be Christian.
Yes.
Not that we're trying to be exclusive like that. It's just, you know.
Well, that's not really a debate channel.
Yeah. It's not that we dislike non-Christians, it's just that for the purposes of this channel and what we're doing here, helps to have those of a similar mindset.
Or at least
Similar
foundation.
Similar faith and worldview.
Yes, yeah.
Anywho, okay, before we get too far on this tangent, yeah. Did we say subscribe? If not, do that. Otherwise, for now, goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.